All right, here's George. I'm very glad you won that fight, Matt, but I'm not impressed by your performance, and I look forward to fight you in the near future.
Welcome back to Thinking Critical. This is Wes, and this should be like my last new creative team video as far as DC Comics go. We've got the new creative teams for Justice League and the Flash. Now, it's 3 a.m. I cannot wait for DC to actually release the name of the Justice League writer. It is Brian Michael Bendis. The artist is going to be David Marquez. But we do also have the official announcement for the Flash team. But like I said, it's like 3 a.m. I'm not waiting for him. We already know it. The beans were spilled by Tamara Bonvillain. It is Brian Michael Bendis, and certainly he was hinting at it in on Instagram. That was basically confirmed through DC's Twitter. I'm not waiting for it. He is the new writer on Justice League. We kind of expected this. And then it almost felt like maybe Joshua Williamson was going to be the writer because it felt like all the creators on Future State were kind of moving over to the mainline DC universe, except for James Tynion. But no, it's going to be Brian Michael Bendis. Am I excited about this? Hell no. Am I excited about the new Flash creative team? Absolutely not. I'll get into those details. But so I said this is my last creative team video. Now, by tomorrow, the full DC solicitations will be out. I will have a full-up solicitation video talking about everything that we know. And then on Tuesday, I am going to talk to Breen about, what are Robert Venditti, Peter J. Tomasi, Dan Jurgens, Joshua Williamson, some of the better creators that he and I personally like. What are they doing? Did they get announced for anything? What do they hope? We hope they're doing. Did they get left in the dust? So, I'm going to have that, but that's not exactly one of these videos. So I think we will fully cover this between this and this full-up solicitation video tomorrow. And obviously on Comics Aficionados, we'll be talking about it on Saturday. Live on the stream if you guys want to show up and talk about it there. So before I get into the details on my thoughts on the new Justice League Flash creative teams, I will say this. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Give me a thumbs down if you don't. Either way, I want to hear your thoughts on Brian Michael Bendis on Justice League. Are you excited? Are you in my camp where you already know what's going to happen, and it is not exciting? What do you think about the new Flash creative team? Are you excited for a new for another supernatural screenwriter writing a DC comic? I'm pretty tired of it by now, but that's who we got. All right, so let's get into it. The big news is Brian Michael Bendis' time is over on Superman. It's over on Action Comics. It's over on Young Justice. I imagine if they relaunched Naomi, which I think they almost have to. Well, maybe not because she's actually in the Justice League. Maybe there won't be a Naomi comic, but there is going to be a Naomi TV show. I imagine if they do relaunch a Naomi solo series, he'll be writing that since he created the character. But he had a very full plate at one time. It is a very slimmed down. He's only on Legion of Superheroes. I imagine he's still on there in Justice League. The artist is David Marquez. Now I'll say this. David Marquez and Brian Michael Bendis have worked together a lot. Obviously, they worked on Civil War II. They worked on Defenders. What else they worked on? There's another big one. I think they might have worked on Iron Man together. I might have that one wrong, though. Obviously, they've worked together a lot, very successfully at Marvel Comics. David Marquez came over after Brian Michael Bendis did, immediately got put on the Batman, Superman series that was written by Joshua Williamson that was essentially kind of a lead-in to Dark Knight's Death Metal. It was like a companion series to You're the Villain and all that stuff that was happening. It was Batman and Superman trying to chase down the infected and all that stuff. And his art was phenomenal. So he drew an amazing Superman. He drew an equally amazing Batman. His art on Justice League is going to kick ass. There's no denying that. But Steve Epting was on Action Comics. Ivan Rice was on Superman, and they still suck because Brian Michael Bendis he was not a good Superman writer. Superman's going to be on this team, and I think that'll be holding him back. There are a lot of very heavily powered superheroes on this team. Not a lot of street-level superheroes. Obviously, you are getting Batman, Black Canary, Green Arrow, but other than that, they're kind of all super powered up, and I don't believe this is in his wheelhouse. I have no faith that Brian Michael Bendis is going to turn around. I hope he does. By all accounts, he's a nice guy. I have nothing personally against Brian Michael Bendis other than the fact that he ruins all the DC characters that he touches. That is my beef with Brian Michael Bendis. It is nothing personal. It is only on a professional level that I think he is not the writer or creator that he was, in the past. DC was sold a bill of goods. They bought a lemon, and they just haven't admitted it yet. They kind of admitted. They took him off all the other series, but they're giving him another go on a premier title, Justice League. Now, obviously, he did go on Instagram and he released this teaser. And there's some questions. We got Green Arrow, we got Black Canary, Hawk Girl. Some people thought that was a new version of Wonder Woman. That is Hippolyta. Black Adam. We got Naomi, Aquaman. Who else? We got Batman, Superman. And of course, that was all confirmed. We got this picture. This is they got some special covers for this one shot that's coming out that's going to launch the new version of DC in March. And right over here, this is all of your Justice League. And that confirms Black Adam, Hippolyta, Batman, Naomi, Hawkgirl, Aquaman, Green Arrow, Black Canary, Superman. Now, Green Arrow is going to lead the team. Whatever. I think that's ridiculous. I don't think Batman would ever listen to Green Arrow. Having John Stewart lead the team as as a military leader with the Green Lantern Corps makes kind of sense. But I don't know. Whatever. If there's a DC character Brian Michael Bendis was born to write, it's probably Green Arrow. They should have put him on there to begin with. So I imagine he'll do a good job with that. But there's way too many powered up, hopeful superheroes for Brian Michael Bendis' taste. Of course, he could turn it around. But who am I kidding? I'm going to review it here on the channel, but I'm not excited about this. I have no expectations. Crush, Lobo, Kid Flash, Donna Troy, Nightwing, Beast Boy. Oh man, it's not Cannonball. I can't remember the fat blue kid's name. He's one of my favorite characters. I forgot. These guys have the best relationship. Up here, we got the new Flash series that we're going to talk about here in a second. Up here, we got Justice League. Green Arrow series? Probably. Put him back on Naomi. That'll probably work too. Leaving him on Legion of Superheroes? Bad idea. He's got some good ideas, but he is not executing that series well at all. So, yeah, Wes, why don't you wait for the official announcement? I don't need to. It doesn't matter at this point what Brian Michael Bendis is pitching for Justice League. I know I don't want to read it, and it's going to suck, but I am going to read it for the channel. I will review it, but I have no faith in this. This is going to be awful. Brian Michael Bendis Didio was sold a bill of goods. His sell-by date was long since passed. I think he certainly proved that on Civil War II, and he certainly proved that on Batman or Superman, Action Comics, Young Justice, all of his creator-owned works, the entire Wonder Comics line, other than Naomi, which I guess was a small success, and they got a TV show out of it, so I guess they're probably pretty happy about that. What else did he do? Leviathan. Ooh, don't even get me started on Leviathan. Oh, and all the people that he brought in to work on the Superman team. Whatever. This is going to suck. The art's going to be great. Dave Marquez is really good. Now, the other series that we have the information on, the other kind of big one, is The Flash. Writer Jeremy Adams, artist Brandon Peterson. Jeremy Adams has a lot of credits writing Supernatural. Unfortunately, all those credits fall between 2018 and 2020 when Supernatural has been bad. It's been bad for a very long time. And that's too bad. He didn't write the good series, the good seasons of Supernatural. He also has a lot of writing credits. Let me look at this. He has a lot of writing credits actually for like DC Comics properties. Like he did Lego DC Shazam, Young Justice. He's written one episode of that. Lego DC Batman, Teen Titans Go video. Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans video, DC Supergirls, Lego DC Comics Superheroes, Aquaman, Lego DC Superhero, Supergirls, Justice League Action TV series, written 4 episodes. Lego DC Superheroes, The Flash. Well, at least he's written The Flash, I guess. He did a video in 2018. You get the point. You do Jurassic Park. Looks like he's done some Mortal Kombat work on the CW. I thought that was like the lead show now that Arrow was actually was canceled. But this makes me think that The Flash is going to be canceled too, because they did not put a good writer on it. And I'm sure that there are some big Brandon Peterson fans out there. Not the best artist in the world. Never really had like that big run. I might be wrong on that one. Nothing really that I can remember. I know he recently did some work on Superman. I remember not being all that impressed. Now, if you're the world's biggest Brandon Peterson fan and you like he's got that run or like a story arc that was just badass, and I've put it in the comments section. Make me eat my words. I don't mind eating crow every once in a while, but when I think of Brandon Peterson as an artist, I think, nondescript. Now, he has worked in the industry for a very long time, and he's worked on a lot of really important properties, specifically for DC Comics as well. But that doesn't get me excited for a Flash book. Let me just put it that way. And certainly Jeremy Adams either. And they're also, I guess what they're doing is the redemption of Wally West. Wasn't Wally West already redeemed in Flash Forward and in Flash 762? Like, yes, he became a mass murderer in Heroes in Crisis because Tom King's an absolute hack, and DC editorial is a joke. But Scott Lobdell and Brett Booth did their damnedest to kind of redeem the character in Flash Forward. He went there and he started saving the multiverses, saved his children, and he'd try to sacrifice himself in Speed Metal to save the multiverse and power up Wonder Woman. So it feels like the character was kind of already redeemed. And then obviously in Flash 762 with Joshua Williamson, the very end of his very excellent run on the Flash. If you haven't read that, go back and read all 100 issues. You're really gonna enjoy it. We found out it wasn't really Wally West that was the killer. He was influenced unduly by Reverse Flash, who was using the negative Speed Force to influence him and kind of made him react that way to where he killed all those people. So it feels like the character was already redeemed. But apparently they're going to redeem him again, even though we know in Future State he turns into a serial killer again. Apparently all Wally West can do is kill people. And I guess there's going to be some kind of a conflict of who's faster, Barry Allen or Wally West. That doesn't get me excited. I mean, maybe some people are really excited for this. I am not whatsoever. DC Comics is calling this the ultimate jumping on board. This is what DC is selling. Beginning with Flash 768, after the event spanning from DC Universe Rebirth to Heroes in Crisis to Dark Knight's Death Metal, the forward Kid Flash decides to call it quits. Family is most important to Wally West. Family is more important to Wally West than a connection to the Speed Force. If you love the Flash and want to hit the ground running for the redemption arc of DC's favorite speedster, Flash 768 is a perfect jumping on board. Like I said, I thought Wally West was already redeemed. So maybe this is explaining how Wally West got powered down. I believe that's also in Future State. Well, I think all the speedsters are powered down. Maybe that explains it. I don't know. But apparently they're going to get in an argument over who would win, Wally or Barry. I don't know. Are you excited about the new? Hey, I'm on board for a lot of this DC stuff. I'm on board. I'm more than I thought I would be. I'm on board Action. I'm on board Superman. I'm on board Nightwing. I'm going to give Joker a shot. If the Flash, no, this does not sound exciting at all. They really should have put a real comic book writer on the series, if you ask me. Yeah. But Jeremy Adams does have a Lego Flash story that he did once. So maybe he's got the character handled. Maybe I'm too cynical. So there you go, folks. The new creative teams on Justice League and the Flash. I say much ado about nothing. Not a whole lot going on there. Nothing to get me excited about it. I will review Justice League. just to see if Brian Michael Bendis has maybe turned it around. I don't imagine it's possible at this point, but hey, everybody's got that one day when they were as good as they ever were. You know what I mean? Maybe that's Justice League for Brian Michael Bendis. Maybe he'll rediscover the magic. Obviously, he has had success on team books in the past. But at DC Comics, he did write Leviathan, which was essentially a team book with all street-level heroes. It was awful. So that makes me think he just doesn't have it. But I could be wrong. Prove me wrong, Brian Michael Bendis. I'll be reading, but not because I think it's going to be good. It's because I expect it to be bad, and I just want to confirm it, and I'll review it on the channel. But I have been excited for a lot of the newer information we've gotten for DC Comics. This does nothing for me. So it's going to be some bad times if you're a Justice League or a Flash fan, in my opinion. Although, hey, the new Flash writer, he's not a comic book writer. Maybe he is a comic book writer. We just didn't know it. Maybe he'll prove me wrong too. Who knows? Let's see. But that's the video today. That's the last creative team video. We are going to talk about some of the stalwart DC creators with Eric Breen on Tuesday on the channel. Hopefully by then we know the new series that they're working on, or if they're not working on anything, and we can speculate why that is. Obviously on Saturday, we will be talking about a lot of this information on the Comics Aficionados. What else we got? We got a lot of stuff coming up. Oh, I got a Superman 28 review coming up tomorrow. We're going to talk about the shattered Generation Shattered roster with Breen and Perch tomorrow, and a DC solicitations video if they're all out. But lots of good stuff happening. Thank you for joining me. I'll talk to y'all later.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate it very much. It helps us attract more views for the channel. Subscribe for future commentary, comic book news, and reviews. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. If you want to talk comics, movies, and much, much more, you can follow me on Twitter at Wes_from_TC. With that, Salamat Po, and I'm out.